All right, we're looking at dividing fractions today, and we're going to go through 4 examples together. But first, I want to show you kind of why this works, rather than just presenting it as math magic. I want to show you why it works, and I'm going to use the example in the book. They're talking about this guy putting paint on a box, putting urethane on a box, and they say it takes him 6 hours, and it takes him 3/4 of an hour per coat. And then the question is, how many coats? And I think it's good to look at an example like this too, because we see that we're taking the 6 hours and we're breaking them up. We're dividing them into these groups of 3/4 of an hour per coat, right? I could write that out. And we're looking for a number of coats, right? So the division step here is we're taking that 6 and we're dividing by 3/4. And we could rewrite that as 6 over 3/4. Or we could rewrite that again as 6 over 1 divided by 3/4. And now what we need to do here, this is where the magic comes in. If we're looking at our fractions like this, we want to get rid of this denominator. We want to be working in the numerator. So we want to make this into 1 so we can get rid of it. And the way to do that is to multiply by 4/3. We're going to make the bottom into 1 so we can get rid of it. All right, we multiply by 4/3 so the bottom becomes 1. We're also going to multiply by 4/3 on the top. And we'll see this equals 12 over 12, and that equals 1. So now we've got, I'm going to go up over here, now we've got 6 over 1 times 4/3 all divided by 1, right? And now we can start to ignore that denominator. We're not going to worry about it. Now we're working up here. 6 over 1 times 4/3. We're multiplying. We got top times top. 6 times 4 equals 24. 1 times 3 equals 3. And that equals 8. So our answer is that he does 8 coats. Okay? But our steps here are that we took this bottom fraction, or this second fraction, and we flipped it. We made it into 4/3, and then we multiplied by 4/3. So that's kind of the magic. Here's our instructions. We invert the fraction you're dividing by. So you could say multiply by the reciprocal, or we could just say flip second fraction. And then from there, it's just a multiplication question. So this is same as multiplication. We reduce each fraction fully, multiply the numerator by the numerator. So this is top times top equals new top. Multiply the denominator by the denominator, bottom times bottom equals new bottom. All right, those are the steps. Why don't you, well, let's do one together, and then I'll have you stop and try it. So first we're reducing fully. This 3/4 can't be reduced, but we can reduce that 9/12. We can divide by 3, and we get 3/4 again. And now we do our steps. So 3/4 times 4/3. Flipping the second fraction, or making the multiplication. 12 over 12 equals 1. Our answer is 1 whole. All right, why don't you go ahead and pause it, try the next 3, and then come back and check your work here. All right, here's a look at the last 3. Check your work. Hopefully you've done them already, and now it's just a check. We're flipping the second fraction, we're multiplying. We get 3 times 4 is 12, 8 times 1 is 8, and then we can reduce, and we get 3/2 for B. C, we're flipping the second fraction, multiplying. 9 times 4 is 36, 4 times 3 is 12. We reduce, we divide by 3 to reduce, and then we get 3 as our answer. Again, we've got to make these mixed numbers into improper fractions so they're easier to work with. For steps, we flip and multiply. Top times top, bottom times bottom, reduce. All right? Once you get the steps figured out, you guys, it looks just like multiplication. Nothing new. Here's your assignment, and sorry, I'm going to add in here. Let's do 4 word problems. Or you know what? Sorry. Yeah, 4 number problems and 3 word problems. Okay? Good luck, you guys.